Ram Ram. Today's news about cyclone. Title is on uncommon cyclones in the Arabian Sea. Today's news is important for UPSC CSE 2025 prelims examination. The North Indian Ocean supplies a large part of the moisture required to generate so buckets of water during the summer monsoon. That implies a lot of evaporation from the Arabian Sea and Bay of the Bengal, which requires these seas to be warm enough to allow evaporation. So question is, why is the Indian Ocean unique? Answer is, the Indian Ocean receives a lot of attention for its monsoonal circulation and the dramatic seasonal wind reversal to the north of the equator. But it's also unique because it has oceanic tunnels that connecting it to the Pacific Ocean and the Southern Oceans. The Pacific Tunnel brings a significant amount of warm water every year in the upper 500 meter, while the Southern Ocean Tunnel bring in cooler water below about 1 kilometer. The Arabian Sea warms rapidly during the pre-monsoon season as the sun crosses over the northern hemisphere. The Bay of Bengal is relatively warmer than the Arabian Sea. Why? The Bay of Bengal is relatively warmer than the Arabian Sea, but warms further and begins to produce atmospheric convection and rainfall. That eventually leads to the monsoon onset over Kerala. Next question is, does climate change play a part too? Answer is, climate change amplifies the uniqueness of the Indian Ocean. More heat is coming in from the Pacific Ocean now, while the Southern Ocean is also pushing in warmer waters. The Indian Ocean is warming rapidly due to these inputs plus atmospheric changes in winds and humidity. The North Indian Ocean and the monsoon are now responding to related climate change drivers from tropical oceans as well as from pole-to-pole influences. The ocean's rapid warming is now affecting the heat uptake by the Pacific Ocean and the sinking of heavy waters in the North Atlantic Ocean. The Indian Ocean is essentially acting like a clearing house for ocean warming during climate change. All these regions specific idiosyncrasies play into cyclogenesis, cyclone numbers, and their responses to climate change over the Indian Ocean. Now question is, are cyclones common? Answer is, during the monsoon itself, the strong southwesterly winds that is called low level jet drive a strong evaporation and mixing of cold subsurface waters with the surface waters. Thus, the Arabian Sea becomes significantly cooler during the pre-monsoon season. The strong convection activity over the Bay of Bengal produces many low pressure or cyclonic systems during the monsoon, but they rarely grow into cyclones. This is because strong monsoon winds vary in strength and direction from the surface to the middle atmosphere. This variation is called vertical shear, and it tends to strip off the energy from any cyclone that may be trying to grow. The net result is that the dominant cyclone season is uniquely split into the pre and post monsoon season over the North Indian Ocean. All other cyclogenesis regions have a single cyclone season during the year. The main impacts of the monsoonal circulation is that the warm ocean, the heat content, and the atmospheric convection favor cyclogenesis. This leads to cyclones being formed during the pre-monsoon and the post-monsoon seasons. However, the Arabian Sea has much less convection activities during the pre-monsoon and is relatively less prone to cyclogenesis. The northeast monsoon and dry continental air ends up cooling the Arabian Sea post-monsoon. The number of cyclones in the Arabian Sea is thus about half of that over the Bay of Bengal in both seasons. Thus, the cooler temperatures, stronger wind shear, and the relatively low convective activity over the Arabian Sea make the Arabian Sea relatively a desert for cyclones. Next question is, what is Asna? Answer is, Asna, born from the transition of a strong land-borne depression onto the warm Arabian Sea, This is the first North Indian Ocean cyclone in August since 1981. The depression that grew into this cyclone itself was unusual in terms of its powerful growth over land. Low pressure systems are typically brought over the Bay of Bengal. um, Low pressure systems are typically born over the Bay of Bengal to bring about 60% of the total seasonal rainfall. These ocean-borne depressions can feed off prior, prior rainfall as soil moisture as they pass over India. The unusual growth of the low pressure system that brought deluge to western India fed off the soil moisture from excess rainfall since the beginning of the season. The ocean supplied the energy required for convection and to retain and even grow in strength. Once its transition to the ocean is complete, it grew into a regular cyclone, but as a remarkably unusual landborne cyclone. The warming over the Arabian Sea has already been reported to the related to the northward shift of the low-level jet. Asna uh, dissipated over the ocean eventually due to dry desert air being entered into the circulation. So these facts useful for UPSC prelims as well as UPSC mains GS paper first geographic section. Thank you.